Hey, this is Tampa from Zedsl. I'm shooting up a quick video with the new Alpha 16. I've been having trouble finding any videos that teach you how to add admins and moderators to a server. Once I figured that out, I went ahead and threw up a quick video. So, I'm playing 7 Days to Die on Steam on my PC. I'm playing the 16.4, the latest experimental. So let's get to the brass tacks. There's a couple different ways to find the file serveradmin.xml. The problem I've had is that if I dig through my Steam file to find it, it's usually in the saves folder. The changes that I make to it, when I save it and log out, it reverts back to its original form. So the other route I've gone through is to go into the 7 Days to Die game launcher and use that to open up the saves folder. But again, the problem I'm having is any alterations I make, it's been reverting back, so it hasn't been granting admin powers to the people I want it to. So the way that I found that I got it to work was to go to the Hi, this is Tampa, coming to you from the Zedsl server. I'm playing 7 Days to Die on Steam on my PC. I don't use the consoles because you can't use servers on the consoles, and I think they're way back in Alpha 14. If you haven't experienced Alpha 16, there's a massive difference between 14, 15, and 16. It pretty much took us from Minecraft Walking Dead to more of a World War Z setting, so it was much more challenging and much more exciting. There's a lot of big differences. I highly recommend it. But getting back to the point of the video, I had a lot of trouble when I started my private server hosted through Blue Fang Solutions. I had some trouble basically adding mod powers to myself so that I could police my server and build on it. This file that you're looking for is the serveradmin.xml. There's a couple ways you can find that. You can dig it up in your 7 Days to Die saves folder. You can go through the Steam game launcher to open up the saves folder. My problem I was encountering was when I did that, it would basically revert to its original form. So I would put the new mods in there and it would eliminate it. So I looked on the forums. I wasn't able to find a video for 16.4. So I went ahead and just created this one. So, brass tacks. I needed to go to my bluefangsolutions.com, log in. It shows my active server. I click on the dashboard here. And what it does is it brings up my dashboard. I have my profile, support, overseer. This is my general stats. I'm looking here for the file manager. When I come into that, you'll see this originally. This should be your screen here. What you're looking for is your saves folder. Here's the server admin. So you want to right click that and edit it. You go through this coding here that gives you some examples. This is what you're looking for here. The area between the admin tags here. You're going to basically copy and paste this, and then you're going to add in your Steam ID. So if you're unaware of how to find your Steam ID, you open up Steam, you go to your account, and you go over here in this little section you see right here. You're looking for the 17-digit number right here. That's your Steam ID number. You're going to copy that little puppy. You're going to paste it in here. And then you set your permission levels. Now the permission levels are right here. The master admin or the owner would be a permission level 0. A moderator would be 1. Anything that 1 has, 0 has access to. Anything 2 as a paid member or a subscriber, anything 2 has access to, 1 and 0 would, and so on and so forth. 2 never has access to the things 1 does, but 1 always has access to what 2 does. They give you permission levels all the way down to 1,000, 0 being highest, 1,000 being the lowest. Just so you can create a, depends on how complicated you want to get with your hierarchies and your servers. So that's the level I'm going to set there. If I want to make this person a moderator and not an owner, I would change that to a 1. And then down here with the permissions, these are the codes that you can, and the access levels they have access to. So whitelist, which I never mess with the whitelist, any names you put or IDs you put in the whitelist are the only ones that have access to the server. So if you're putting names and stuff into the whitelist, everybody else is blocked from being able to use the server except those individuals. So unless you're using a very private server, I would not recommend even messing with it. But the people who have access to put things on the whitelist are level 0. That means the master admin only. Kick, the people have that permission to throw people out of the server, is permission level 1. That means the master admin and the moderator have access to it. For myself, I have paid subscribers, so I put people who have access to the creative menu and teleportation. They're services that I offer to the people that choose to pay to subscribe to my server. So I set those at level 3. Once you've set your permissions and you've set your admin levels, you're going to click Save and Close. And if you wanted a better description of those commands, I have the link here, 7daystoDie.gamepedia.com/command_console. That will open up this in the wiki. It shows each of the commands, if there's a shortcut for it, a description of what it does, an example of what it does. So when we come down here to pick one that I had some issues with, give self item. If you wanted to give yourself a machete, you would put give self spacebar machete, and it will appear. If you want to set the quality level, you can. Otherwise, it defaults at 600. If you want an example of where the items are, you're looking for 7daystoDie/data/config/items.xml. That will list all of the items in their actual name, like AK-47 is gun AK-47. So we had a little issues finding that one. Give self XP so you can up yourself. Just remember that upping your level also increases the challenge level of the zombies you're going to encounter. Kick all when you're doing server maintenance and so on. Setting the time and day. Set time 1300. We'll change the time to 2 in the afternoon. Sorry, yeah, 2 in the afternoon. If you wanted to set a date, you would set time 6:15 would set the actual day, so you can jump backwards and make them experience Horde Night again. Teleportation. This is one we had found a little tricky. You're going to type TP, and this is when you're pressing F1 to open up the debug menu. You're going to type TP and the number of the coordinates, basically. The third coordinate here is your altitude. If you don't put a number in there, it'll put you at ground level. So I don't recommend it unless you really know the coordinates for where you're after. But remember, it's on an axis with 00 as the center of the map. So if you're traveling west or south, they're going to be negative values. So remember to do that. So I think that about covers it. You could change things like you set time, travel, spawn wandering horde, spawn supply crates. There's a number of things there. I think in another video I'll go into depth into creating your own commands. I've seen some of that, but that's pretty much how to add moderators to your server. So if you had any questions, feel free to like, subscribe, or comment. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find out for you. All right. Thank you very much. And again, this is Tampa coming out of Zedsl. Be sure to drop by for a visit and set up shop. Have a good night. Hi, this is Tampa from Zedsl, server over on 7 Days to Die. Like I said, I access 7 Days to Die via Steam on my PC. I'm not a fan of the consoles. I had an issue. I had trouble figuring out. I had some trouble finding some advice on it. So for the Alpha 16 version, I had a character that I had, while I was experimenting with the moderator commands, I had added enough experience to it that I was encountering some of the higher level zombies without the proper skills or equipment, and I kind of wanted just to start over fresh. So the problem I came across was trying to figure out how to delete the character, because creating a new profile through the options, clicking on a player profile, I was not able to just come in with a new fresh character that way. It didn't work for me. So kind of what I had to do, I had to go in through my Overseer panel. I used Blue Fang Solutions to host my server. I had to come through in here, come down into my file manager, alright, this is my 7 Days to Die file through my file manager. I'm looking for the saves folder, random gen, because my account is a random gen. Zedsl, the name of our server. Alright, so I come in here. I'm looking for the players.xml. I'm going to edit that. Right click, edit. Now, what you need to know is you need to know the player's Steam ID, and you'll scroll through here until you find them. I'm looking for one ending in 134. Here we go. So I found the player I'm looking for. If they've dropped land claim blocks, they'll show up as LCD or LCB, like they do right here, land claim block position. So if I got a problem person, I can delete that land claim block. If I have rules against being able to put a land claim block in a prefab, for instance, I can mess with them that way. But for my character that I'm looking to delete, I was looking for an ID that ends in 134. I basically find the player that I'm looking to delete, and I highlight the player, beginning to end, and I delete it. And once I've done that, then I'll click Save, close it, and I'll come up here to the player folder, and I'm looking, there's 3 different files here. There's your map, your TTP, and your TTP.bac. So you need to find the corresponding files. These are Steam IDs here. So I'm going to scroll through here till I find the person I'm after. One through 4. And then I'm going to click all 3 of those files. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to delete them. Once they're deleted, then I can back out. And at that point in time, I should be able to log in here. And it will start out fresh with the starting quests. I'll be 0 and everything. And we're fresh and good to go. So, hopefully that was a help. That's how to wipe an entire player profile if you need to. If you have any questions, feel free to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and let me know. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out for you. So, Here's again, this is Tampa from Zedland. Drop by and come and visit us.